Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
And my crew, what's up? Wait, hold on.
Oh, is that what we do? Hey, my crew.
Hey, pretty people.
How's it going? Hopefully you guys are having an awesome Monday so far. We obviously are because we're dancing and having a great ass time. Yeah, we are. So, this is Mildly Informed.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Richelle. And welcome to Mildly Informed. Yeah. So, Aaron, shall we introduce the topic?
Yeah.
So,
we're approaching 30.
It's very sad, but today's topic is a little bit on the downer side. But we're going to make it fun. But it's approaching 30.
Let's have a moment of silence.
Moment of silence.
For our 20s.
For our 20s. Aaron is not quite at the late 20s mark, but he's getting there.
I'm in my mid-20s.
He's in his, I said late 20s.
I'm in my mid-20s.
He's getting to the late mark. I'm definitely in my late mark. So we started to realize this. We were reminiscing about some things and kind of, I don't know, it just turned into a reminiscing fest.
It did.
And so we wanted to welcome you guys to join in on our existential crisis. I'm sure some of you guys are feeling it.
Cry with us.
Yeah.
No, smile with us.
You know what? Let's celebrate the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's what we're doing. So, yeah. So,
okay.
What you know about that?
All right, so how we got to what you know about that topic, shout out to T.I. We were talking about music and girl groups and boy groups and everything and their harmonies. Her fifth harmony only has 4 now, but what's going on with them harmonies? Because all the harmonies are up here in the upper sopranos from what I hear. And they
all kind of not really a harmony. It's all kind of in unison though. So I'm not really sure where they got that name from.
Simon Cowell done goofed.
It made us really kind of question some things like what's happening in music today. Made us take a little look back. What about them Destiny's Child
all
harmonies?
6 members.
The In Vogue harmonies.
When they were 4 members, and
right?
Then down to 3.
Now TLC had some harmonies. They had a little something going on there.
Come on.
And
then 112.
Do your homework, guys.
High, middle, and lows, not high. A little
bit of higher.
You know? So, and then 112, oh my God. So every time I'm at work and I'm getting, that one song, Dance With Me, I see you looking at me. I can tell by your eyes that you're feeling me. You know?
Yeah.
I'm just at work, okay, bopping, shit's lit. I mean, oops.
We done said some things. Okay.
And I'm just okay, so what these other boy bands and male singers looking like? I'm not bopping no more.
Yeah. Let's all take a moment of silence, not only for our early 20s, but let's take a moment of silence for harmonies in music.
Mm-hmm.
The death of harmonies in music.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. I miss the 90s, I miss the 2000s, I miss good music where you was really feeling it. You weren't just kind of oh, this is kind of catchy. You were oh, I feel that in my soul,
Yeah.
Yes, I miss that.
Ain't none of that no more because people are I think it does kind of just be well, people now are just here for tenors and sopranos and everything. And I'm just well, the thing is if you're in a group, go back and do your homework. If you're in a group, you need an alto for girl groups and a baritone / bass for boy bands and everything, just to carry that song along.
Right.
But
you got a first and second soprano and an alto, maybe a second alto if you got a Tony Braxton in your group. But that's a little rare.
Let me stop playing.
But really though, what do these kids these days know about that?
Nah.
What y'all know about that Hey Ya?
Nothing.
What y'all know about Donnell Jones, Brian McKnight? You know, I was reminiscing. We were talking about this too. The fact that my first few albums were like, okay, y'all gonna laugh, but like I think my first album that I owned ever in life was Britney Spears' "Baby One More Time." Now y'all gonna laugh at me, but I was all of 9, 10 years old when
that song bopped when it came out.
It was a great album back in 2000. It was a great.
But what's hilarious? That album has aged well. All this, like all the
That's
artists
true.
we talked about.
Mm-hmm. You drive me crazy.
I just can't see. I'm so excited. I'm in too deep. Oh, crazy.
We're gonna be doing a lot of that. Just jumping into song and dance.
This is like a fun episode. Oh, like.
I miss it. I miss the 90s, honestly.
I do too.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that was kind of a telling point for me too, is this reminiscing moment that I think our generation is going through right now. We're all reminiscing on the 90s. Remember Nickelodeon? Remember Ren and Stimpy? Remember Hey Arnold? Remember, there's a lot of that going on. I feel like that was a very telling moment. Like, why are we reminiscing so hard? It wasn't that long ago. And then it dawned on me, it was.
It was. Because it's not 10 years ago. It's 20 years ago.
Oh,
and then,
no, it was that long ago.
And then now that brings us to the next thing. It's like, how you know you old? Do you want to go first or should I go first?
Well, I'm a little bit older than Aaron. I don't really like it very much, but part of the reason I know that I'm getting old is not just because of the age that I hold. I hold the grand age of 28.
Stay with me.
I'll be 29 this year. And it's not that I'm afraid of 30. I'm welcoming 30. 30 is coming, and I'm kind of embracing this newness. Like, there's going to be a new phase in my life. I'm coming into my own some more. All this is great. However, the other thing is that I realize my body is changing, y'all. Like, my feet are not what they used to be. They still cute. My feet are still cute. That's important. However, I'm sorry. I've developed a bunion. I've developed a bunion, and it's not so much an aesthetic issue because my feet I still think are cute. But it is a pain issue where now I have to pay more attention to what kinds of shoes I'm buying, more quality shoes. I have to try shoes on before I buy them. I can't just shop online for shoes because you don't know if it's gonna squeeze the bunion or if the bottom or the ball of my foot is gonna need some more cushion or etc. And so I've also started to buy inserts, and that's been a little while. But the real telling sign was when I was in Walgreens 2 weeks ago. So I was there for about 2 hours, and I was just browsing the aisles, and I discovered a thing that I had not known was something that was sold on the market. And it's one of those things that you put around your toes. It's got like a little spacer that goes between your big toe and your middle toe or your second toe. And it's supposed to realign your toes so that they actually hold that your toes don't squish together, first of all, and they're realigned.
Yeah, so like instead of this, it just turns into like that.
So, and it's supposed to help, reduce some pain.
Yeah, and you saw results.
I did. I bought it, and I was like so excited because my foot pain has been minimized, and I was feeling a little bit silly. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting old. Not really, but it's fun to kind of commiserate.
Yeah, no, that's true too. Alright, so how I know I'm getting old is I have to watch how I sleep. Like when I'm chilling and lounging, I'm like a cat. I will just like hang all over the place and be like, oh, this is great. I am comfortable.
This is Aaron.
Leg up
Sorry.
and everything.
That's Aaron on the couch.
Yeah. So, like, what happened, I was, like, chilling one time, and I guess, like, I went to sleep, fell asleep like that, and I woke up, and I was like, okay, let me just go get in my bed. Mm-hmm. So, like, the next day, I'm, like, going to, like, work, and I'm like, I'm hungry, let me go to Popeyes, because Popeyes is better than KFC.
Absolutely.
And, so I order my food, I'm sitting down in the restaurant, and, so what happens was, they call my order out, and I go there, and then as I'm walking up to the counter, I sneeze, threw my whole back out, had a back spasm. I'm like,
the whole back?
Like, yeah.
Not half the back.
I was like, sneeze, I chew. And then it's like, boom.
Not a whole quarter of the back.
And then I had to be like, I'm youthful. I can't be looking like, oh, you know? So I walk up to the counter as model-esque as I can, you know, holding in all the pain. And I grab my food. I leave out of Popeyes, get in my car, like, oh God, this hurts. What the hell? I was messed up for 3 or 4 days.
Oh no.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, the body changes have become a reality of our life. So it's a little bit funny, but you know, it's just part of life. You know, we get old.
And while your age isn't showing, another telltale sign is like asking people younger than us how to do a certain dance.
I don't do that, but apparently Aaron does.
I don't ask. I'm just like on YouTube. Now, how you Millie rock?
How you do that dance there?
How you do that now? How you do that? You know? How you
Millie
Millie
like that
rock?
old man.
How you do that there?
How you do that dance over there now? Oh gosh. So yeah, and I know that I'm one of them. And by them, I mean like real adults.
Or grown-ups.
How you know you're one of them is when you're in a group of real adults and you don't feel like the child in the room.
Yeah, and they ask you your opinion on things.
I know, and you're like involved in the conversation.
What do you mean you want my opinion?
And this happened a little while ago. This is like probably 5-6 years ago when I really noticed that transition. But it's gotten even worse because, you know, 40, 50-year-olds will be like, in a conversation with me. I'm like, this is so weird.
What is?
I don't like it. You're real grown up. I'm not really, but I kind of am.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to watch this change.
It is. Like,
yeah.
This, like, I won't call it an existential crisis now.
It is a little bit of a crisis because the body changes.
Yeah, that too. But it's more of a realization, a positive realization, but it's just like...
Yeah. I would call it mostly positive. Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts?
Age like fine wine, people.
On that note, we're going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. Hopefully you can enjoy some 90s music because we dug up some gold for you guys. Something you might have forgot about.
Yeah, we said a lot of the different names.
Yeah.
We will leave you with a dance party again, but prior to that, follow us on all of our social media, which is in the description. And
subscribe right now.
Tell your friends about us.
Share this video.
And
we'll see you on next Thursday on our live stream video.
This shit is bananas. B-A-N.